Today is Luna's birthday, so make sure you say happy birthday to her in the comments. Luna, you got anything to say to the people? Okay, cool. Sounds good. Dating. It's something we all do at one point of our lives. Unless you use Reddit, of course. And because of that, dating shows have become some of the most popular reality television. We've seen a rise of shows that focus more on personality than attraction in shows like Too Hot to Handle. But the show we're going to talk about today said fuck that. In the show Naked Attraction, a contestant is shown 6 potential dates. But the twist is they have to choose their date purely off their naked body without ever talking to them. And the fun part of the show is that it has full frontal nudity, so you can see everything. And everything includes skin flutes, coochies, bazoingas, gats,
sticking out your yacht for the Rizzler.
What's poppin', Fortnite gamers? It's your boy Brandon Abstrxct. Friendly reminder that I'm dropping my male whimpering audio at 2K subscribers, so if you want to hear that and like the video, consider subscribing. I'm also recording this video for the 4th time, so if it doesn't do well, I'm going to jump off my balcony. Just an FYI before we start, the show is British, so I'm going to be talking in my terrible British accent throughout this video, but let's get into it. That was fucking terrible.
Every naked body has something to offer, and as someone who's swung both ways, I'm well aware of the joys of a Johnson and the loveliness of a lady garden.
Let me just start by saying they got the right host for the show. She's giving fun wine mom energy, and I'm here for it. As someone who is into older women, respectfully, smash. Anyways, let's meet our soon-to-be Naked Bachelorette. This is Tracy. She's 28 and a single mother of 2. That fact will be important later on. They have this whole montage where she talks about how she wants a serious relationship with someone who's fun and caring. They even got this whole fake-ass conversation with her sister where they talk about what personality would be a good fit for her.
Where am I missing out here?
I do think you need someone that makes you laugh. Someone's got to understand you and your humour, because you're wild.
Which is nice and all, but the show is literally about choosing someone purely off physical attraction, so it makes no sense.
Wild.
You can't tell if someone is funny based off their dick. I mean, unless, of course, their dick was like a clown horn and they could honk it.
Wild.
So we get to hear an explanation of why she thinks choosing someone based off their naked body is a good idea.
I think when you date, it's so superficial. People on their best behaviour, they dress up nice. So if you were to see them naked, they have no barriers, no masks. It's just them, and you can actually judge them for who they are.
Look, I get what you're saying, but no, let's just be real here. You are choosing someone based on how hot they are. You can make this argument that you're seeing the real person if they were hiding like Nazi tattoos under their clothes, or even worse, a live, laugh, love tattoo. But anyways, let's move on to the first round where we get to see the bottom half.
Can we see the bottom half of the bodies, please?
There are so many zoom-in shots of dicks in under 30 seconds here. The main thing that struck me is how many of these dudes have their foreskin still. I didn't know before watching this show that circumcision is mainly a thing in America, which really surprised me because, you know, America fought a whole ass war about freedom, but here we are taking men's foreskins without asking them first. No circumcision without representation is not an American value, I guess. So she goes around the group talking about their dicks in the aforementioned foreskins.
Well, I had an ex-boyfriend who had a really long foreskin. Every time he came, it kind of like bubbled up and it was like...
The two she notices right away are red and orange because they have the biggest dicks in the group.
So tell me where your eye is being drawn.
oh my God. Wow. That is a happy one, isn't it?
When Tracy gets to Pink, which is the guy with the smallest dick, she says he's probably really caring and likes to cook.
What kind of guy do you think is behind the willy?
He looks very caring. I think he would be good at cooking.
Which is just a nice way of saying he has a small penis, in my opinion. But she does, in fact, have a good reason for wanting a guy with a larger member.
Big penis. Why is it important to you?
I've had 2 kids. You kind of, you know, it changes down there. It's kind of like a jam jar.
That makes sense to me. You know, I imagine you probably lose feeling down there after pumping out a human not once but twice. So I got nothing against her. So we move on to our first elimination, and you know how in normal dating shows they usually do like slow zoom-in shots with tense music before the reveal? Obviously, they can't show their face, so they just do it with their dicks. It's so surreal. Anyways, you probably guessed it, but she eliminates Pink.
It's Pink.
Why?
Because I want to mother him.
So they show her what he looks like, and then we move on to my favorite part of the show.
Sorry. Lovely to meet you. We could have been married.
That was the most awkward hug in the world. And every eliminated contestant always hugs the person that eliminates them. This is the one time I think leaving space for Jesus makes sense. So before we say goodbye to him, we get to hear about his experience on the show.
It's strange that she could tell so much about me just from seeing below the waist, but she's quite right. I think I'm quite caring and a good cook, hopefully, as well.
Why would you back her up, man? If that was me, I would be playing a whole ass character. Well, actually, I really hate cooking. I actually enjoy monster trucks, committing crime, and Olivia Rodrigo. So now we move on to the second round where we get to see everyone's torso.
This is where we reveal the middle part of the body. Oh.
Nipples.
Yep, that's what's on the torso. Imagine if she didn't know that men also have nipples.
What the hell is even that?
So the first thing she notices on all the guys is their tattoos. And there's definitely some interesting tattoos in this lineup. Tribal. Once in a while, they're throwing a random fact, and for this one, they brought up that 80% of women like tattoos.
According to one survey, 80% of women dating online find tattoos attractive.
My main nitpick, though, is that they compare tattoos to peacocks having like elegant designs to attract partners, and then say that men get tattoos to attract women.
Male animals use visual signals to attract females. It's why peacocks have extravagant feathers, and now studies suggest that tattoos are one of the signals men use to compete for the attention of women.
Which is really fucked up, because I did not get my tattoos to attract women. I got them out of boredom and trying to spice up my life. So guys, I did a thing. The only tattoo I got for a woman is this heart tattoo, and it's for your mom. Tell her I miss her. So she goes around talking about all their builds and dropping some strange comments along the way.
I want to put fudge all over that.
I want to take note here that she gets a really good look at Green's body.
Green.
Yes, wow. I'm impressed with this. This is nice.
I gotta say, sometimes the show makes it really easy to guess who's gonna get eliminated. Because when she talks about Blue, all she can talk about is how his build is similar to her dad's.
Not what I was expecting. He's like my dad. He's like a little hairy bear, and it's just he molts everywhere. It just really made me think, oh my God, not a good look.
And based on her tone, you can obviously guess that she eliminates
Blue.
Why?
It just looks like my dad.
Not much to say about that elimination, so we can move on to the next round where we get to see all their faces. It's also pointed out here that none of the contestants have actually seen what Tracy looks like, so there's a chance that they're not attracted to her.
But remember, this is also the first time they get to see you.
Oh no.
And personally, I would be pissed if I was standing naked for an hour just to find out that I'm competing for a date with someone I'm not attracted to. But I digress. Let's get a look at the lads.
See the faces.
That changes everything. Look at that.
So the first person she comments on is Green, saying that he's really good looking and looks a lot like Daniel Craig.
Who are you surprised by?
This guy.
Green.
Yes. Kind of put me in mind of Daniel Craig, slightly, somehow. Gorgeous
got a
smile,
lovely
really
smile.
nice.
Once again, keep note of that. The thing that really surprises me is that she's really attracted to Orange.
Oh my God, you're so perfect. Are you real?
Now, no offense to the guy, but when they showed all their faces, the first thing I said to myself was that Orange was the least attractive of the group. Props to him, though, 'cause she's really into him.
Even nice ear shape. It's like a little handle. You can pull it in for a
Literally
kiss.
sort of...
Yeah.
So then they have a debate on whether or not Green's a ginger or a blonde, and we get a really close look at him.
I'm thinking blonde or ginger.
That shot was uncalled for. I felt like it was in the room with me. Anyways, once again, take note of that. I promise it'll pay off in like a minute. Then we move on to Red, who kind of looks like if someone tried to make Jeremy from A Day to Remember a Tony Hawk Pro Skater. And Tracy gives us this great observation.
Jaws are so sexy on men.
Wait till she finds out that most people have Jaws.
And now you can own the entire Jaws collection. I'm talking Jaws 1, Jaws 2, baby. All you gotta do is call the number out the...
Anyways, it's kind of hard to guess who she's going to eliminate this round, so let's see who it is.
I'll say goodbye to Green.
Why?
Ginger pubes.
I'm with him, man. How can you talk so highly about my man and then eliminate him on something you saw so closely in the last round? It's even worse that she eliminated him based off his pubes this round, because now she has to say it to his face. His Daniel Craig looking face.
This is Brandon.
I'm standing in Brandon solitary here. It's fuck Tracy. Me and all my Brandons hate Tracy. He takes it in stride though, so it's all good. So now you're probably saying, what can they reveal next? We've seen it all. In this next round, we get to hear what they sound like, which is an important part of attraction. They talk about what accents Tracy's attracted to, which threw me for a loop because all British people sound the same.
What kind of voice would you like?
I like kind of London accents or posh accents. I think anything high-pitched or northern, I really just don't understand.
However, they only get to answer the question what they like most and what they like least about their body, so it's still on topic. So the first person we get to hear is Red, and this is what he sounds like.
Well, I like my body, I like my tattoos, I like my jawline.
Did you understand a word, Trace?
Yeah, that's like Geordie Shore, isn't it?
Does it change anything for you?
Yeah, I'm really surprised.
The poor guy does have the northern accent. Womp womp. So then we move on to Yellow, and this is what Tracy thinks he'll sound like.
I think he's going to have a really deep, smoky voice.
And this is what he actually sounds like.
I'm all over body confident.
So there's nothing you don't like about your body?
No, I think you have to be confident in your body.
You know bro lowered his voice as soon as he heard that expectation. He sounded like that one guy on TikTok who got roasted by everyone for forcing his voice. Bro, Hot Girl Summer does not exist. I think it would have been hilarious if this guy sounded like a hyperpop song. So then we get to Orange, and I'll just play it.
I'd say I most like my shoulders, and I
definitely don't like my big toes.
I love your voice.
Orange is killing it right now. I'm so sorry for doubting him. They're essentially at the millennial stage equivalent of Gen Z sending pictures of cats and saying us. So before this elimination, they reveal in the next round that Tracy has to get naked, which is fair.
Remember that the two you keep get to see you naked next.
And Orange seems really excited about it. Take note of that. So, who does she eliminate?
Is yellow.
Why?
She eliminates Yellow because she says he's too attractive for her.
I have so many hang-ups, and I think you're so perfect. He's too good for me. I can't compete.
But I think the most important thing to note here is that the two guys left are the guys with the biggest dicks, which I don't think is a coincidence.
The two she notices right away are Red and Orange because they have the biggest dicks in the group.
So after that elimination, Tracy goes and gets naked for the final round. Orange is still really excited about it, and we get to see some emotion from Red. So then we learn that Red is an electrician named Mark, but I'm gonna keep calling him Jeremy.
Down to just two. Electrician Mark from Middlesbrough.
And we also learn that Orange is a father of one named Gary.
And father of one, Gary, from London.
It's really weird to me that they don't say what Gary's job is, but let's move on. Now, before the contestant comes out, they usually have the two people left talk about each other's bodies. But since they both have large dicks, the host steers a conversation towards that.
I'm just going to touch on something, because my eye is naturally drawn to those very, very impressive willies.
And we get this beautiful interaction.
Gary, what do you think about Mark's?
Yeah, it's great. It's good. It's done well.
Exactly.
And after that nice conversation, we get to see Tracy naked. Now, obviously, I have to censor it, but the biggest thing to take away here is that Tracy has really big boobs. And Orange really lays it on her.
Yes, lovely. Really nice body. Exactly what I would go for.
The host then asks what specifically stands out on Tracy's body to them.
So what in particular do you like?
Does the boobs stand out?
The boobs? He was like a fucking cartoon character. He then gets more and more worked up talking about her boobs.
I mean, they look amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh.
Red plays it cool, though, and just says that she's, like, gorgeous and everything.
What do you think about Tracy's body?
Gorgeous. Big beautiful eyes. Big beautiful eyes. Big beautiful eyes. Big beautiful eyes.
So we finally get to the point where Tracy makes her final decision, and she chooses.
I think it has to be Mark.
Now, I want to say that Orange fumbled it by getting too excited about her boobs.
The boobs.
But if you look closely at her eyes when she's making her choice, she's staring at something really specific. In his exit interview, Orange even comments about how he couldn't compete with Jeremy's dick.
I couldn't compete with that, mate. I'm a grower, but that kid was massive even when it was asleep.
Tracy then tells us why she chose Jeremy.
I'm really happy that I chose Mark. He seems like a really great guy. I don't understand a word that he says.
Big beautiful eyes.
So after that, her and Jeremy go on a really nice recorded date, and he ghosts her. I'm just kidding. They have a nice interview like a month later, and they seem like they're doing fine.
Where do you think this relationship's going to go?
I'd like a relationship to go somewhere after I see what happens.
Can you, imagine us being a couple?
Yeah, probably. I think we're a good couple.
Yeah.
Usually if the date doesn't go well, the other person doesn't show up for this post-interview. But once in a while, they will show up after ghosting the person, and it's essentially just a fight.
You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to do that to you.
Oh my god. There are definitely a couple episodes like that I can make videos on, so if you like this video and want to see more Naked Attraction, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and all that jazz. And now, normally I have a skit at the end of all my videos, but I really can't think of it.